Hello, YouTubers. I guess I better not talk too loud. The last time we did a video in the news section here, people kind of said, well, you know, we couldn't hear you very well because there was an echo, but I have a tendency to talk a bit lower when I'm mic'd up, and I'm mic'd up. You might say I'm frigged up, but I'm mic'd up too. And anyway, so I got a tendency to talk low, and then other people says, you're breathing some heavy. That's because the mic is right by my throat. I just wanted to give somebody something to complain about. Anyway, this is going to be the first mod of 2019. Correct? You with me?
Correct.
You might not hear Kathy well because she's not mic'd up now. We have usually a directional mic on top of the camera, but right now she's, well, I'll take a picture. No, I better not. You don't like that.
I don't like surprise pictures.
You don't like surprise pictures. Anyway, so this is going to be the first video of 2019 and also the first mod. So, as everybody knows, Newfoundland Kubota Limited dropped off a 6060 Christmas time, and we've been developing some mods for it. We have pretty well 3 on the docket now. But for a long time, I've wanted to develop something for the 5740, which is the 40 series of the GL tractors. Now the GL, as far as I'm concerned, the Kubota GL series is the grand luxury. It's got all the bells and whistles, it's got the cruise control, the tilt steering, it's got everything. And of course the 6060 has that. But the series before the 60 series was the 40 series. And that's what we have. And we have the 5740, which is the equivalent of the 6060, except it's just an older version. It's the version before the 60 series. And we've done extensive mods on that, which we have never really gotten to market up to this point. There was one mod I always wanted to do, and the mod that I always wanted to look after and to change was this. This here is the step off our 5740. And I believe it's pretty well much the same way on all the 40 series. Anybody who has a 40 series and you're wondering if what we have done will fit theirs, it's exactly 11 inches from center to center on the holes, and 2 holes are 1 inch center to center, right here. So this is still quite high off the ground when you're getting off the cab, getting out of the cab. And I'll tell you folks, it's hard on the back. And especially if you're on rough ground, you're kind of forced to jump off and you don't know where you're going to land, and especially in the dark. So there was a couple of things that I wanted to do, and one of the things I had in mind was to put a double step. It needed to be a double step. Now, I know the lower you get to the ground, the more potential of causing damage to your step, and that. It depends on where you're operating your tractor. Our tractor is never in rough enough ground that it's going to hit this step. And also the other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to have the step lit in such a way that no matter where you're to in the dark, you'll always be able to see where you're putting your feet. I also wanted to have the step where it was wide enough to support 2 of your boots, both feet. This particular step here, I've slipped off this step. And I'm going to tell you, well, you can see the scuff marks where I've slipped. And I just said, you know what, it's time now for me to do a mod for me. Now there's other people out there with 40 series tractors have found out that I was doing this mod, and of course they have their name in for what we have built. So what we have built is quite a bit different than this, and it's quite a bit heavier, it's quite a bit thicker, and it's quite a bit more comfortable. It's got a super cool look to it, in my opinion. So, as one of our viewers / friends says, let's remove the picnic blanket. Hey Dan remembers. And I'll show you what we have. And there's our version of the step for the GL series tractor in the 40 series. And what we're going to do is every now and then we're going to be doing a kind of a special project. And anytime we do a special project, we're going to call it the Elite Series. And that's why you see Elite Series V1. That's version 1. And it said GL40. That's for the 40 series tractor. So that's what we have. Now, I got it propped up on a, I don't know, a dill pickle jar or something, you know. You can see the clips. The clips are basically there to secure the wiring, because if you look in, each step has its own built-in LED light. You can see it down here, you can see it there. I'll show you the back of it. Okay, they're all waterproof. You can see the wiring. All the wiring is soldered and heat shrink. So it actually, it won't give you any trouble. And of course, LED lights, very low draw. You could run it off a 9-volt battery if you wanted to. It's going to be, this particular system is going to be hooked up to the park lights. So every time you turn on your park lights or your headlights, this will light up as well. So there's no running extra switches. And the park light switch, or the park lights, are very easy to get at. You just run this up to your park light, splice it in, and you're good to go. So that's where we're to with this. It's quite a neat system. I think what we might do is put a little watch your step along here, just for the sake of saying, watch your step. And that's what we're going to do. So, going to go ahead and install it. And then when we get it installed, oh, by the way, when you do get your step, you're going to have 4 extra bolts, because where this is quite a bit heavier, as you can see the difference in the thickness, we've gone from 3/16 to 1/4. What we're going to do, we didn't want to take a chance on using the little shallow bolts that come with it, so we're going to supply 4 new bolts. So you just discard the 4 bolts you take off and use the 4 that we supply. And that way you got a good solid step. So we're going to head out now. We're going to install it. Then we're going to go out and have a look. Through the magic of television, we have the step installed. We have it wired up as well. So we'll go out and we'll have a look, although it's still the middle of the day. We'll have a look and show you what it's like in the daytime. And then we'll come back and show you what it's like in the nighttime. Voila! There it is in the Campino Tizzer.
Wow.
You like?
I like
Yeah.
that.
It's nice.
Impressive.
It's inside the back wheel. It's pretty well inside the front one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's nice to get up on. It's very, very, very strong. So, I mean, you can put both feet on. See, if I turn the lights on, although you won't see them in the dark, in the daylight, but you can see them coming on, can you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so in the nighttime that'll light right up. Now I know fellas will say, well, you should always back out when you're getting out of something, but here's how I use this handle. I use this handle, I come down here, and the impact on the body is a lot less than if you had the step from up here, because that's basically where the original step was, is up that high. So, it looks good, huh?
It does. It's real good.
As we used to say when we were kids, goody goody gumdrops.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, it is that.
Anyway, let's wait till dark and we'll come back and show you what it's like in the dark. Okay, folks, full disclosure, full warning. We're going out by the door. It's dark. There's a boogeyman out there somewhere, and it's cold. So wrap up. And we'll head out because I got everything turned off. All the lights are turned off. Street lights are turned off. It's all off. So let's go out and have a look. We'll show you what it's going to.
Oh, scary.
Oh yeah. Now there's a 60/60 there. Don't trip over it. Okay. Now we are going to get to see the lights on the step. There you go.
Wow.
What do you think?
Awesome.
You gonna take a picture of it? Yeah.
Yes. Move here. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So now you can see there's a light on each thread.
Yeah.
Tread, not thread. I have trouble with that one.
You have trouble.
Yeah. If you hear anything buzzing, that's the LED lights with the fans running up front. But yeah, it's so you know, there's no trouble for you to see, and also it lights the ground a little bit, which is beneficial too. When you're stepping off and you're on uneven ground,
Absolutely.
you'll have a better chance of seeing what you're doing, you know.
Sure.
So folks, that is the night view of the light. Now what I did is I wired it up to this light. I came up through the channel here and came out through with the light with the wire and spliced it, and you're good to go. It's a simple fix. So when you turn off your lights, naturally this light's going to go off. Now you can wire it up however you want, you know, but that's how I choose to do this one, right? And there you have it. So let's head inside. So folks, as you can see, I think we made some improvements. And I think it's improvements that's well deserved for the Kubota G Series tractor. We just might do one for the 60 series. What do you think? Actually, we will. We're working on it now. It's on the docket. The next video, expect to see it. Except this one's going to have a bit of a twist. And I don't mean that way. So we'll see in the next video. With regards to the step, it'll be produced for a short period of time. Don't know if it's going to be a regular item because, hey, the 40 series now is probably 5 or 6 years old now since it's been produced. And we don't know if there's going to be any demand for it, but hey, you know what? I got a nice step regardless if it sells or not.
Great.
But the 60 series step will be out possibly by end of this week. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in our step for the 40 series, it will be on our website for a short period of time, and we'll see what happens. If it's something that's, you know, a decent seller, maybe we'll keep it on the catalog. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. You can contact us through the link in our video description. And Kathy, who's the videographer and the accountant and the IT person and the cook, she'll take care of it. So if you have any questions, just get in contact with Kathy. Thanks for watching. Everybody take care. Have a great day, and God bless.